The title of this video is A Message to Bernie and Jane Sanders. Senator Sanders, I am a huge supporter of yours. All of your principles, your platform message, your dream for America. I celebrate the fact that you've always been an independent, a democratic socialist, caucusing in the Democratic Party. I understand that you don't want to be a quote-unquote spoiler candidate. Believe me, I understand, because I've been voting in elections since 2000, and I have never voted third party. My first election, I was in the booth, I was having all these moral dilemmas, and I really wanted to vote for Ralph Nader, and I didn't, and I voted for Al Gore, a candidate that I did not like, Joe Lieberman, an ultra-Zionist that I do not respect, who ended up betraying the Democratic Party and basically becoming a sellout. But I voted because I did not want to vote for the spoiler candidate. We are in a position right now in our country where we need a viable alternative for students, working people, senior citizens, the working poor, to the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party clearly does not represent our interests. Your own campaign, you won so many states, and all of the superdelegates, Wyoming is blaring in my mind. In Wyoming, you won by 12 points, yet you walked out with 7 delegates to Hillary's 11. How does she get 11? And the idea, Senator Sanders, even if you had won New York, even if you had won a lion's share of the votes this last Super Tuesday, say you would have won Pennsylvania, say you would have won Connecticut and Rhode Island, it would not have made a difference. The superdelegates would not have budged. This is a corrupt system. And when we have people like Debbie Wasserman Schultz defending the institution, this anti-democratic institution, then that should give us all great pause. Hillary Clinton is not going to raise the minimum wage to $15. She barely acknowledged it and said that she'd agree to $12 only because of you, only because of Governor Cuomo. But inherently, she has no interest in raising the minimum wage. When we have a Democratic candidate that could potentially receive the backing of the Koch brothers, now you mentioned this throughout the primaries and the debates, but the only difference now is that they're actually publicly stating that they would rather support Hillary than Donald Trump. When the Democratic candidate cites Henry Kissinger as an inspiration, that's a problem. When former Vice President Dick Cheney suggests publicly that he's considering backing Hillary Clinton, that is a problem. Now, I suspect if I was to, and I say this respectfully, but I almost believe that, and I'm directing this message to Jane Sanders also, because I believe that Jane, Mrs. Sanders, that you play a very important role in Senator Sanders' decisions. I believe you are a true married couple. I believe you're truly in love, and I believe you truly make decisions together. But you cannot ask us to vote for Hillary Clinton. I, as a Democrat, am not concerned with who wins the election. I am more concerned with making a statement. I am more concerned with creating a party, a real party that represents our interests. If that means that we have to live under 4 or 8 years of Donald Trump, I'm willing to sacrifice that because it's necessary. We have the momentum. We can change America today, but we will not change America under Hillary Clinton. In fact, we will never have a shot. Bernie Sanders does not come every 4 years. A candidate like this comes but once in a lifetime. Our time is now. I'm not saying that Bernie should join Jill Stein in the Green Party. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying Bernie should join any other party. I'm saying Bernie should be the beginning of a new era. Kind of like FDR with the New Deal. Well, this should be the beginning of a new era, a new political era where we create a party that will really identify with us, that we can say we have a say in. We can't say that in the Democratic Party with its super delegates, its Howard Deans. We can't say that. We saw so many people go to the polls state after state where Bernie was winning by landslide victories, and yet the super delegates would go to Hillary. CNN, horrible coverage, making Bernie into a fringe candidate, making him into some radical. I mean, this is ridiculous. If we start a new party with the backing of the internet and the grassroots and the students mobilizing, we would have a viable alternative. And you would not be a spoiler candidate. You would be the candidate that brought on a new era, a new party, a new America. Thank you.